Imagine a Hollywood powerhouse like Jennifer Garner, known for her roles in films and her down-to-earth charm, inspiring her daughter to step into the spotlight, not for acting, but for activism. It's a heartwarming tale of family bonds that transcend divorce and fame. But here's where it gets intriguing. What if the next generation is not just following in their parents' footsteps, but leaping ahead with bold ideas on health and the environment? Let's dive into the story of Violet Affleck, who at just 19 is channeling her mom's spirit of advocacy, while dad Ben Affleck shares touching insights that highlight their close-knit family life. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, the former couple who parted ways in 2015, yet remain steadfast friends, have always prioritized their privacy when it comes to their 3 children. Despite the spotlight on their high-profile lives, they've nurtured a strong family unit, and Ben recently offered a rare glimpse into their dynamics. During an interview at the premiere of the film Kiss of the Spider-Woman, which he produced, the Deepwater star opened up about his admiration for his ex-wife and their eldest daughter, Violet. And this is the part most people miss: the way personal pride shines through in their reflections on parenting. Chatting with Access Hollywood, Ben was probed about Violet's powerful testimony at the United Nations, where she advocated passionately for clean air and the use of masks to combat the lingering effects of COVID-19. A condition often referred to as long COVID. For those new to this topic, long COVID describes the persistent symptoms some people experience months or years after a coronavirus infection, such as fatigue, brain fog, or respiratory issues. Imagine feeling exhausted long after the virus seems gone. Violet hasn't been silent on this. She's spoken out multiple times, drawing from her own experiences to push for better protections. Ben, beaming with pride, declared, "I could not be more proud of my children. I can't even tell you." He went on to say, "Violet takes after her mom. She's spectacular, and I'm very lucky that I've got a great partner and that we got great kids. It's the joy of my life, and I'm just very, very lucky, and it makes me happy every day." The couple's family also includes their sons, Finn, who is 16, and Samuel, now 13. Violet's UN appearance on September 23rd was particularly striking. She addressed world leaders while wearing a K95 mask, a high-grade respirator designed to filter out fine particles and pathogens. She stated, "We are told by leaders across the board that we are the future. But when it comes to the ongoing pandemic, our present is being stolen right in front of our eyes." This echoes her earlier work, like the essay she penned for Yale University's Global Health Review in May, titled "A Chronically Ill Earth: COVID Organizing as a Model Climate Response in Los Angeles." In it, she recounted a tense moment during the January wildfires in Los Angeles, where she and her mother, Jennifer, debated in a hotel room. She was shell-shocked, astonished at the scale of destruction in the neighborhood where she raised myself and my siblings, Violet wrote. "I was surprised at her surprise. As a lifelong Angelina and climate-literate member of Generation Z, my question had not been whether the Palisades would burn, but when." This highlights a generational shift. While older folks might react with shock to climate disasters, young activists like Violet often approach them with a pragmatic urgency, knowing they're inevitable without action. Beyond her UN speech, Violet has emerged as a dedicated health advocate. In July 2024, she addressed the LA County Board of Supervisors, urging the implementation of mask mandates to safeguard the community post-COVID-19. She shared her personal story. "I contracted a post-viral condition in 2019. I'm okay now, but I saw firsthand that medicine does not always have answers to the consequences of even minor viruses. The COVID-19 pandemic has thrown that into sharper relief. Drawing from this, she called for measures like widespread mask availability, improved air filtration, and the use of far UVC light, a type of ultraviolet light that can kill airborne pathogens safely in public buildings, including jails, detention centers, and county medical facilities. For beginners wondering why this matters, think of it as proactive steps to prevent health crises, similar to how we vaccinate against diseases before they spread. The Affleck Garner kids grew up in the sunny environments of Los Angeles, with Finn and Samuel still calling home their base. Violet, however, has ventured east to Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, where she's in her sophomore year. Jennifer has candidly shared how tough it was to prepare for her daughter's departure, but the family has adapted, cherishing their quality time together even more now. On the podcast Raising Good Humans, hosted by Dr. Eliza Pressman, the actress gave a fun peek into her children's personalities. Funny is number one. Please be funny. That's why I had you, she quipped. And it seems she's struck gold. Check, check, check. That's one thing. Thank God, she added with a laugh, underscoring how humor has become a cornerstone of their household. But here's where it gets controversial. Violet's staunch push for mask mandates and environmental action taps into heated debates about personal freedoms versus public health. Some praise her as a visionary leader, while others might argue that such measures infringe on individual rights or question the long-term efficacy of masks in everyday life. Is activism like Violet's the key to solving global issues, or does it sometimes divide communities further? And what role should young voices play in shaping policies, especially when they challenge the status quo? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with Violet's approach, or do you see a counterpoint worth discussing? Share your opinions in the comments below.